Many people over 40 fall into a routine like work, bills, chores, and forget to enjoy life. So living without a joy doesn't mean always being sad. It often means going through the life on autopilot. Like, you're familiar with the feeling when you are wake up, work, and take care of responsibilities, scroll a bit your phone in the evening, and then repeat every day. Do you familiar with that kind of feeling? I do a lot. I'm glad I'm, uh, I'm guilty as charged, right? I feel like days are blending together, and even success feels like flat and dry. It's just not helping. So that quiet emptiness is a sign that life is need more color, purpose, and presence. Why it's dangerous in general to feel this kind of emptiness? It's you feel it because it's emotional burnout, constant stress, no emotional balance in your life. Feels every day feels like numbness, if it makes sense. You're gonna regret about this in your life later. Imagine yourself in your 80s, and in your 80s you're thinking, what would you do differently in 40s so you not end up such a loser in your 80s, right? For that you need a good imagination. I can't imagine myself in 80s, but right now I'm in my 40s, so I feel like I start thinking, what's my purpose and how I can be a better version of myself and not feel that way that I feel like right now, that life is so blunt and no joy in general. There are little things that I'm enjoying, but like food, maybe TV shows. But anyway, my point is start thinking now rather than come to your 80s and then you can do nothing. Nothing because it's already too late, right? All right. There are also other points that came to my life at that point, like weekend relationships. I feel like I'm joyless, and even my family and friends feel that distance. So that's not okay. That's not nice. I don't feel like that's supposed to be that way, and I want to fix it. I just don't know how yet, right? Do my friends and relatives go the same path? Do they feel the same thing? Maybe they do better than I am in terms of fighting this depression, and just don't they're not showing, and I feel like I'm alone in this struggle, if you can call it a struggle. I just don't really feel anything, if it makes sense. The other point that I notice, it's lowering this joyless of the life is lowering my resistance, like all the challenges that I encountering this year, and it's 2025. I encountering them without without enthusiasm, and this is drag me down. It drags me down because I'm stay kind of emotionless. I don't feel anything like good or bad because I'm frightened that it's gonna end up bad, and I'm gonna end up feel like it's a disaster, and it's gonna set me back. And so I stay emotionally cold, and I don't feel disappointed when things go south. I just looking for plan B, which is kind of makes sense and kind of not. Let me know what you think about this, guys. Leave it in comment. I gonna respond, and let's see how it goes. Right. So how I was thinking how to bring a joy back in my life. It's very interesting question. Like I need I feel like I need to reconnect with my passions, my passion that I felt like when I was a kid or younger, like painting, hiking, playing guitar. I like piano now, but whatever. Building things, exploring nature. Until the last years, I felt like computer games helped me to build something, to feel like I'm alive because it's a lot of success in the games, but computer games is something that's not real in the life. I feel like I don't want to do that because it doesn't really relate it to the real life success. It doesn't lead me anywhere. It's like a cheap sugar code, and it helps only for a short time, and then it brings me to a disaster or to myself who don't want to do anything. I think it has something to do with the dopamine, which is a chemical reaction, and I need to handle it better with the real life situations, right? Like make small plans, small steps where I succeed, and that giving me dopamine, and that moves me forward. And that way I feel like better, feel more motivated, feel more energy, and that way I'm reconnecting with my old self, younger self, sorry. And that way I staying on the top of the situation of my life, right? So celebrate small wins, right? Don't wait for big achievements. Start from the baby steps. That's my advice. All right, so be around positive energy. That's another point that I was thinking of. Spend more time with the people who laugh easily, dream big, and encourage you to do the same, right? In my younger years, I was drinking and smoking. And then remember that when I wanted to quit, I couldn't because it's very addictive, and it very helped me to quit in the end when I changed my location and I changed my circle of friends that was doing they were doing a healthy lifestyle. So we was jogging and running around the city in the mornings. In the evenings, we were spending a time in a gym, and that was a good experience. Sometimes on the weekend we would go in a movie center, right? No drinks, and that was a lot of fun. That was awesome experience. Now I struggle to find any friends. Everyone like alone or have families and kids, and I just don't feel like we can reconnect on the same common grounds. I hope I find new friends and we're gonna make it again. But anyway, you got my point, right? If you change location, of friends, circle friends, you getting a big advantage. Maybe it's temporary, maybe it's for a long-term benefit of your health, physical and mental, but it helps, right? Just don't ditch your friends yet. If you like quit today, I'm gonna feel bad because you need to look if your friends kind of helping you in the life to stay positive, to be a better version of yourself, then I guess it's just my opinion, it's the right friends to stick to, right? And if you going to the bar, drinking, smoking, I don't know, maybe you could find a couple of more friends aside your old friends and just start doing a healthy lifestyle. Maybe it's going to be a good change in your life. Well, it helped me at least. So, another point, how to bring joy back in your life. I was thinking about creating experiences, not just routines. I was thinking try something new, like a short trip, a class, or even a new local restaurant. I don't know, read new book. I remember I joined many years ago to the English as second language club, and I became a lead, one of the leads. I was volunteering my time recently this year, and I was helping people to learn English, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of interactions. I got new friends. We don't meet often, mostly in ESL, but this is a nice people, and I feel better when I around them. I feel like I did a right choice. Okay, what the other points could be to bring to help me bring the joy? Like simplify my life would help me a lot. I feel like it's a lot of my joy disappears because I have a lot of clutter in my life, like too many obligations, too many credits to pay, which I don't have it now. I paid everything, right? And I'm about to buy a new car, and I'm about to get in a debt again. Like, what else I could simplify? Like, get rid of the possessions and assets that I don't use in my life. I have so much stuff in a garage, and I just need to throw it away, or I need to donate it to the other people and make them happy that way, right? And that way I'm gonna be happy. Help by helping others. I also want to get rid of the expectations that from a life that dragging me down, and I don't know, expectations of people. I don't want to be part of the expectation of the huge expectations of surrounding me people. I don't want people to be a part of my big expectations, and that way demotivate me. So I probably gonna work on my expectations to get rid of the most of them. I only gonna leave something that gonna help me, right, to navigate this life. Okay, so I was talking about simplifying things in my life, and it should make me feel lighter and better. Okay, so another point that I came up to make my joy of the life to come back is exercise of the gratitude. It's a good habit, and sometimes I'm doing that before the sleep. I have a diary, and it's just a book that I'm writing down, where I'm writing down my thoughts during the day, what I did, what I thought, what I eat, that kind of stuff. No, nothing, nothing unusual. I forgot the correct word. Anyway, my point is sometimes I'm writing down that what the things that I'm grateful for to my life, to the people who surrounding me, and it doesn't have really impact on my life, but somehow I feel like maybe next day a little bit lighter, giving more chances to the people who probably don't even deserve it, but I'm gonna give a second chance anyway, because I have in my life people who giving second chances to me, and that is good. It's a good feeling, right? Another thing that could bring joy in my life back, laughing more, right? I met in the recent years a lot of people who like smile for like jokes, like laughing and make funny faces, and that is help a lot to stay around those people. And it's not like they don't have their own issues in their lives, with their families, with their job, but they contribute to make my life a little bit more easier, and I pay them back with the same coin, and that is win-win situation. Would you agree with me on that point? Right. So that's pretty much everything that I was hoping to talk about today, about living without joy in your 40s, and if you like the way of my thoughts, how to fix it. If you like that kind of videos, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot to grow this channel. And see you in the next video.